In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a Rocket League bracket for a tournament step by step. For this tutorial, we're going to be using the Brackets Ninja software. In my opinion, it is by far the best bracket maker on the internet. It not only allows you to create the exact type of bracket that you want, but it's also very easy to set up and completely free. So the first thing I want you to do is to click the first link in the description of this video, which will take you to the Brackets Ninja website. Once you click to the link, this is the page they're going to see. From here, I want you to go to the top right hand corner of the screen, which is where you will see this try for free button. Click on it and then you'll be taken to the back end of the Brackets Ninja software. This is the first screen that you're going to see here, which is where we need to decide what type of bracket we want to create. So you have a single elimination bracket here, you have a double elimination bracket, you have March Madness, round robin, group stage, and a custom option as well, just in case you want to create a different type of tournament bracket for Rocket League. Once you've selected the type of bracket that you want, on the right hand side of the screen you will see a little information about it, as well as a preview of what your bracket could look like once you're done setting it up. Now before we proceed, you will have two different options you can choose from on the bottom here. You can either enable voting or predictions to the bottom here, or have them both enabled actually at the same time. Now in my particular cases, I want to be the one that's going to manually update the bracket once the tournament starts. I'm going to disable these. However, if you're creating a Rocket League bracket for a tournament where you want people to be able to vote or predict the outcome, then go ahead and enable these options right here. In my case, like I said, I'm going to disable them and then go ahead and click on create tournament on the bottom here. Once you've done that, you'll be taken to this page, which is where you can start customizing your Rocket League bracket to your liking. Now by default, we're going to get 4 participants right here, and the first thing you want to do is go ahead and add all the participants that are going to be taking part in the tournament. In my particular case, I'm going to go for 8 participants, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and click on add participant right here 4 times. Now, if you have multiple participants, let's say 20, and you don't want to add them manually one by one, what you can do is go ahead and click on this button right here on the top and add the participants in the book, and then just follow the steps right here. In my case, though, it's easy to do it manually because there's not that many participants in my particular bracket. Once you've added all the participants, the next step is to provide all the information for each participant. So if you just go to participant 1 right here and click on the drop down icon, you will see this field open up. This is where you can provide the name for the participant, their ranking. You can also add a thumbnail, which will be the image that is going to go on the left hand side of their name right here within the bracket. You can also add the email address, website, video URL, as well as a description if that's relevant. In my particular case, I'm only going to fill out the information for participant 1 and participant 2 in match 1 because I'm making just a tutorial video, so I want to quickly show you what's possible. As you can see, I've added Frank Terry and Kevin Morris to match 1. Once you've added all information for every single participant, the next step is to start customizing the actual design of the bracket itself. So what you want to do here is go to the left hand side of the screen, which is where you will see participants, matches, look and feel, settings, localization, integrations, entries, and analytics. I want you to go to look and feel right here, which is option number 3, and then you'll automatically be taken to the basics tab. This is where you can change the font, the layout, the dimensions, and the skin of the bracket. In my case, I'm only going to go ahead and change the skin from this white and gray to this green. I think it looks pretty nice and clean. I'm going to keep everything else the same. Then I want you to go to the advanced tab on the right hand side here. This is where you can change the colors of pretty much any element that you can add to the bracket itself. So for example, if you want to change the participant color right here, let's go to bracket, and then option number 2 will be participants. Right now the color for the participant names is white. I can change that to any color I want, for example this yellowy orange, and as you can see, it automatically changes the color. This applies to all the settings right here. If we scroll down a bit here, you will see the background settings as well. So the first option here is transparent mode. If you plan to embed the bracket to your website, then obviously go ahead and enable this because it's going to look much nicer and cleaner in my opinion. However, in my case, that's not relevant, so I'm going to go ahead and disable this. You can change the image behavior if you have an image in the first place. In my case, I don't. So if you want to add one, go ahead and click on this box here and upload an image. Alternatively, you can also rely on the background images that are provided here by default. As you can see, there's a bunch of different options that you can choose from. And if you don't like any of these, you can also rely on the background patterns on the bottom here. I actually quite like the look of this one here because it's a bit darker green compared to the one I had before. Once you're done with setting the background and the colors for the bracket itself, I want you to go to the custom tab on the right hand side next to advanced right here on the top, and then this will take you to the page which is where you can customize pretty much any element to your liking. I'm not going to go into super deep detail here because there's a lot of things that you can change. I'm going to leave this up to you to explore. It's all very self-explanatory, so yeah, definitely take some time here to figure things out and really create the exact type of bracket that you want. Once you're done with this, on the left hand side of the screen, I want you to go down to settings, and then this is the place where you can actually customize the actual settings and the functionality of your bracket. So the first option that we have here is the bracket type. In my case, I've selected a single elimination. As you can see, I'm not going to change that, but you can if you want to. Then you can change the main title, which is my bracket tournament, right here on the top. I will leave this as it is. You can upload the banner image, you can add the description as well as the rules and terms. And if you go down, you can see the feature section. So for example, if your Rocket League tournament bracket has a third place match, you can enable this, and then you see the third place match bracket right here. Then you can also add the prize pool tab, which will go right here on the top so people can see what the prize pool is like, who's winning what, and so forth. In my case, I'm going to go ahead and disable both of these. I just wanted to quickly show you what's possible. And if you don't know what any of these features do, you can see this information icon right next to each feature. It will give you a brief description of each feature. So yeah, definitely take advantage of these as well. And if you go down even more, you can see the visibility section, which is where you can hide and show certain elements in your bracket. So for example, if you want to hide the bracket title, which is this title right here on the top, simply toggle this off, and then the bracket title will be removed. The same goes for all the other features that we have right here. But yes, you can see there's a lot of different customizations they can take advantage of to create the exact type of Rocket League bracket that you want. Once you're done with setting everything up, go ahead and click on Save Changes in the top right corner, and then this will prompt you to the sign up screen of the Brackets Ninja website. You can either sign in with Google, GitHub, or Webflow, or you can take the traditional route and provide your email address, full name, and password right here, and then click on Sign Up. In my case, I'm going to sign in with Google. Once you signed in, you'll be told to check your inbox, follow the steps there, and then you'll automatically be redirected to this page, which is where we need to assign our bracket to a project. So go ahead, click on select right here, and then click on new project. In my particular case, I already have a project, so I'm going to click on my first project right here, and then click on save changes. And once you've done that, your bracket will be ready to use. You can either copy the code right here and embed it straight on your website, or you can copy the link for the bracket and share it with others. In my case, I'm going to go ahead and minimize this for now, and then what I'm going to do next is go ahead and start the tournament. Now, before you start the tournament, you'll be shown this window right here, which is where you can see the things that you can and can't change once the tournament begins. So go ahead, read through this, and then go ahead and click on Start Tournament. And just like that, the bracket is live and the tournament has begun. Now, in my particular case, I'm going to be the one that is going to manually update the bracket as the Rocket League tournament progresses. So what I want to do is go to the matches section right here on the left hand side of the screen, and then this is where I can update the results for every match, and then that will basically build out the bracket itself. So just to show you, I'm going to go to match number 1 here, which is between Frank Terry and Kevin Morris. If I just click on this drop down icon, you can see the participants here and the winner, the score, the date and time, location, venue, and then a game description as well if you want to add that. So in my tournament, Kevin Morris was the winner, so I'm going to go ahead and click on select winner right here and then choose Kevin Morris. Once you've done that, the name gets bolded, Frank Terry gets eliminated, while Kevin Morris gets put through to the next stage of the tournament. At the bottom here, you can also set the score, so let's say 2-5 for Kevin Morris. And then if it's relevant, you can also go ahead and add the date, time, and location of the tournament, as well as the description if that's relevant. Once the bracket is up to date, go ahead and click on Save Changes right here. And then, as you can see, all changes have been successfully saved. Now, despite the fact that a large majority of features and functionalities on Brackets Ninja are completely free to use, there are some that require a premium plan. So I'm going to quickly show you through the paid plans and show you what each one has to offer. So go ahead and click on free right here on the top, and then you'll automatically be taken to the plans page. This is what the plans page looks like, and here are the 4 available plans. By default, you'll be assigned to the free plan right here, which allows you to get up to 300 monthly page views. It does not allow to votes or predictions. It only allows you to create one bracket for up to 8 teams or players per bracket. So for example, if you're creating a Rocket League bracket for a tournament that has 9 or more players, you will naturally have to go for the basic plan, which offers a limited monthly page views, up to 500 votes, up to 30 predictions, up to 10 brackets for up to 32 teams or players per bracket. And of course, you also have the pro and the business plans, which are a lot more comprehensive. Now, if you plan to use the Brackets Ninja software throughout the year, I would definitely recommend you to subscribe to any of these plans annually, because you get to save quite a bit of money, up to 48%. And if you want to compare any of the plans before you make a decision, go down a bit more here, and then this is where you can see the plans and the features and functionalities head to head. And that's about it. That's how to make a Rocket League bracket for a tournament. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments below, and I'll do my best to help you out.